Thank you all for tuning in to a fresh cup of MJ where we build character, esteem, and community, pouring it one cup at a time. I am your chief tapster, MJ Curtis, and today we will be talking about Hot Girl slash Stallion Summer 2019. Is that a thing? What does it mean? Is it you? Is it me? Who is it? And why is it there? Why 2019? Like, where was it before? But nonetheless, today I'm excited that I have two of the three guests with me today. One of the folks that were supposed to be here, Amber Strong, or Bady Amby, excuse me. She's unfortunately unable to be with us today because of some personal inconvenience. But nonetheless, we wish her the best and we hope everything works out. For sure, but more excitingly, I have two lovely guests here, people who I know very well, and I'll allow them to introduce themselves accordingly. So go right ahead, ladies.
You can go first. You can go first.
So hey y'all, I'm Ayonce. Anyway, so a little bit about me. I went to Houston and Germantown, and I went to cosmetology school, and now in life I'm doing lashes. And I'm at the weekend sometimes, so you may see me at night.
Most indubitably. You will.
Oh my goodness. Hi everyone, my name is Kaylyn Harris, and I graduated from the University of Tennessee class of 2017. And right now, I'm currently residing in Memphis, Tennessee. I've known Michael for a few years now as my baby. And full-time, I'm the marketing director with Two Men in the Truck, Memphis and Little Rock. And part-time, I do freelance graphic design. So go check out some of my work.
That's what's up. Well, thank you all for being here, Ayonce and Kaylyn. I appreciate that. So within the past few years, there has been support for the movement of women empowerment, which I think is wonderful. More notably, we have things like the Me Too movement, or even female political activists speaking up for communities, which I think, like I said, is phenomenal. But that movement is kind of fluid, and there's been some things that we've never seen before. So we still sometimes confront the bad things, right? So we still confront white men telling black women or women in general what to do with their bodies, right? And passing laws, or even people just trying to, even the relationships that we have and we know. So sometimes they're negative. But one thing that I want to talk about today is this hot girl summer and this Stallion summer. Where did it come from? I don't even know whether to categorize that as women empowerment positive or saying like what's going on. So we're going to talk about that today. Right, so now the Hot Girl Summer and the Stallion Summer both came from two different artists respectively. So the Stallion Summer came from Meg the Stallion, and I believe she's from Texas. And then the Hot Girl Summer came from Young Miami and JT, and they're both from Miami, Florida, with the songs like "Act Up," "You Can Get Snatched." We all know it, like it's like a jingle, or even "Twerk" with Cardi B, or "I Take Your Man." It's like. That's all in my right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like when they come on in the club, it's like people are possessed and they just want to sing it. But we're gonna talk about it. So we're gonna talk about that and figure out what it's about. And we're gonna be honest. We're gonna be upfront. And so we all want you all to be honest too. So hopefully if you're following along, please comment whatever you want to. Anything goes. We wanted to discuss this and figure out what is it about. Many interpretations. Well, with that being said, so according to the Urban Dictionary, I did look it up. City Girl Summer, and this is what they have, and I have it right here, is a girl who has been hurt over and over again by boys or men and now does not care about boys or their feelings. She does not believe in falling in love because of her previous relationships with men. And that's the gist of it. So what do you all think? What is that true? What is a city girl summer? Like, what does that even mean?
Okay, I disagree with that. I disagree with that definition wholeheartedly, strongly, all of that. Because the first statement that you said that it has to do with being hurt by a man. Mm-hmm. So I'm sure a lot of the ladies find flaw with that statement. Because me personally, I consider a city girl summer, a hot girl, a city girl is just truly a woman who's confident, who has some zest about her, some pizzazz. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to do anything about a man playing a factor or having some influence on that. She's just a woman who's living her best life with whatever that means, whether she's working a full-time job, whether she's hustling, doing eyelashes, whatever, going to cosmetology school, whatever it may be. Or honestly, if she's getting a little bit of money from some older men of a certain demographic, hey,
okay, then.
I just feel like a city girl, and she's doing it in the summertime. It just so happened to be a little bit warm. She's out a little bit more enjoying herself.
Okay.
So, but no, I don't think it has anything to do with being hurt by a man.
Okay. Ayonce?
So, I think I kind of agree with her. I feel like, well, this is my definition of it. So, you out, it's nighttime, you going out with your girls, you doing your thing.
Right.
But I feel like if you listen to the songs, Act Up, Get Snatched Up, or all the songs, just listen to what they're saying. I feel like their version of City Girl Summer is, I'm taking his money. He gonna buy me a bag. I got some new shoes. That's what I feel like their definition of it is.
Right.
And I feel like, most girls want to go by that. But my version is I'm going out, tonight, Saturday. We finna have some fun.
Okay, so basically you will say, and just correct me if I'm wrong, it's more so of the woman instead of the effect of a man on a woman. So doing what you want to do without any cares.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I would say I have to disagree because the only thing I see all the time, I'm telling you, all I see, and even let's go to Twitter. Okay, we're going to go to Twitter.
Okay.
All you see is, like, people, well, I'll say women enjoying, because city girls mostly refers to females, but women talking about, city girl summer, I'm about to sleep with this guy and then take his money. Like, is that not a thing that you all have heard?
See, I feel like, yes, I feel like they just be talking on Twitter just for the act and retweets.
So it's cap.
I feel like it's cap.
Okay.
I feel like it's cap.
And then you have to also realize, like, I'm about to put on my marketing cap, put on my marketing robe. You have to realize that everything is a trend. Everything is just for an image. What they're selling you, they're entertainers.
Right.
So they're supposed to sell you. It's just like when Beyonce put out an entire album that aired out her marriage, the infidelity, the scandals, the cheating, everything that involved it. But she's still happily married to this day. They're producing something that they know a certain audience is going to enjoy. And there are some women who can relate to that. There are some women who feel like living my best life is me sleeping with whoever I want to. To me, living your best life is just truly doing individually whatever you want to do with your life. So even, like you said, even on Twitter, it's just like Cardi B made the statement. Cardi B has a whole family right now. She has a whole family and she's married. You got Meg Thee Stallion, who is rumored to be in a relationship right now, and then Young Miami is about to have a second baby. She's a mother. Like, I mean, yes, they're saying all these things, and I think that they truly do believe that. But I think it's also like you can be a city girl and have a city girl summer and still be about your business. Cause what Cardi B just copyrighted her, like they're getting their money.
Yeah,
she's getting her money. Yeah. So I don't know.
Okay. So I think that from what you all are saying, of course, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to agree. It's more so of an empowerment thing. Like, hey, you can do what you want to do without worrying about all this stuff. Not necessarily being very negative to men because of what they did. So it's not about the impact of a man, but it's more so of, I'm going to do me. Now, let's say, and then we're also going to talk about the impact, because that's very important. So, for example, like with the lyrics, act up, you can get snatched up, right? Or I'll take your man. Or twerk, 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 right? So hearing those lyrics, and they are the people saying City Girl Summer. How are those either related or not related? And I'm guiding it because I'm saying they're related, of course. Because if we're talking about women empowerment and without an effect of a man, and most of the songs that they are singing, most of the people rap about, it's mostly involving a man. So like, I'll take your man. Act up, you can get snatched up. Or what's the other one I said? I forget. I don't.
Twerk.
You said
Twerk, right? So thinking about that, how do those relate to what you all are saying with the women empowerment? Is that like talk to me about the lyrics and what you all are saying as your definition?
Well, I'm jump in first. I'll jump in first. So like if we do if I don't want to mess up, but we do act up, and they in the beginning is real A B give a about a
right. I mean that's right.
But I'm saying, but she says give a about a big Birkin bag costs 5-6 figures.
Okay, so
stripes on my
okay.
I call this
Tigger
scamming on this.
Okay.
So same group as these give a about like
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So like
I'm following
for
now.
me it's embedded in all of their lyrics. Like, yes, you hear the scamming, you hear that we should take his money, you hear we should get over on this man, but you still hear at the end of the day, like, we not worried, like, I'm not worried about you. And then they F you pretty much. F this. But then I think it's funny because I forgot. I think it was Asia the Brat. One of the artists she put out on Twitter the other day. She was like, yeah, we say F them niggas, but I'm not talking about mine.
Right. Okay. So just other ones.
We talking about the other ones.
Okay.
But I definitely give, me personally, I think that the whole City Girls summer, the City Girls and the Hot Girl summer movement is just kind of like, we looking at a tree. I think that they're just like leaves and branches on the tree. They don't necessarily, like, if you look at the women's suffrage movement, you look at real women like, you know, like Shirley Chisholm, Maya Angelou, like real women that affected the women empowerment movement. There's so many other women that built this up. Yeah. And I think that they're finding their place.
Okay.
Like they're just finding, because you can also say, once again, everything has a season, everything has a trend. Like Lil' Kim did it. Like, you know, Nicki Minaj has done it. Like, but to me, the thing that makes a difference is the longevity of the artist as well. Because this is hot right now. Like, they know, like you said, the women empowerment thing, the Me Too movement is going on. So why wouldn't, if I'm an artist, why wouldn't I come out with a song that's saying, girl, let's get to our money. Like, forget these men. Like, I think that it's just more about women are taking their power back in so many different dynamics and so many different industries. And you finding a lot of, especially in our community, you're finding a lot of women that are entrepreneurs, that are starting their own businesses, that are out here hustling and getting to it. So I think it's more so like not necessarily taking the lyrics at face value. I think it's just more so like, listen, like, I'm still getting to this money because at the end of the day you're streaming and you're listening to it and you are a man.
And I hear it. I like that a lot. And you actually have a good point to make. I mean, because so it's more than a man. Men are included, but it's not all about.
I feel like I kind of agree with both sides. It's like, you know, they are talking about men. It's about the man, because how you gonna go? You finna go home with him and pimp his pockets. So you know what I'm saying? That's what they talking about doing. Like,
okay. So basically, interpretation is key. So the City Girls, Stallion, Summer could be a positive thing, right? It could be women empowerment. Like, you do what you want to do, despite a man, despite the odds, despite anything, get your money, right? Focus on you. Versus the City Girls, we got to play some dudes, and it's mainly all of some dudes, right? And I think both of those perspectives are valid. And like you said, it's a very fluid interpretation. And I do appreciate that. So, thinking about where did it come from? So, we have heard this narrative all the time. But like you said, Lil' Kim, Nicki Minaj, and other artists that we didn't name will always be talking about women empowerment, or, as you said, Ayonce, like, kind of like with the guys and playing guys, or going, you know, doing that. So, where do you think that this came, like, why is it relevant now? Where did this come from? Like, why is City Girls a thing? Where did it come from?
Because it's hot right now.
Why?
Females like it.
Why is it hot, though?
I don't... Look, I don't know. It's just, I feel like it makes sense. It makes sense in this time, because it's just like, I don't know, it goes with females' feelings, basically. Like, basically, you know, they feelings getting hurt about the men, about these dudes. So, the song come out, talking about something, I'm gonna take your man. Okay, well, I'm gonna go take her man. We in the club, boom, 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 boom. Like, it's just all falling in place. And so once one person wanna go with it, the next person wanna go with it. So it's just the trend is hot. It's out. That's what everybody wanna do.
Okay, and then I mean, it does make sense. Like, even without this movement, even before, I would say that women have always been treated as like the second hand. Just to be honest, and this, regardless of if it's being played by a guy or empowering, is saying that, hey, despite it all, you do you, and we're going to reclaim our time, right? Sister Maxine Waters. We're going to reclaim our time. We're going to take back what's ours. We're going to empower each other. And I actually can see that being a big thing because I'm telling you, when that song come on, it's like people get possessed and start like all that stuff. All right, let's read some comments, okay? So the beat and the lyrics are relatable, and boom, you got a hit. Yep, that is actually true. I mean, it does. Not gonna lie, it is kind of catchy.
It's been a lot of
Yeah. It's been a lot of comments.
I'm sorry, I've been paying attention.
Let me go. Okay, real hot girl in Meg voice, and then
bald head is where okay.
So
that's actually true.
Okay, so Courtney _ no _ you living her best life and not giving a about who cares.
Okay,
is the definition. And then putting yourself above all else, and that was from that girl DAI __.
Okay.
So people have some pretty good definitions.
Yeah.
Hey Corey. But people have some pretty good definitions what they think it is.
Yeah. I appreciate that, y'all. Thank you. Alright. So we talked about that. Now, not gonna lie, sometimes I think it's forced though. Not gonna lie. Because it's just like, and I'm sure Twitter is a big player, I think.
Yeah.
Especially in the black community. Like
Definitely.
You find out so much stuff on Twitter.
You
I'm not
find
gonna lie.
everything.
Whether it's false or whether it's true. Right?
Out.
You find out a lot of stuff and you get to choose your own perspective. But I've seen some stuff on Twitter where it's like a Drake photo at the bottom when you think it's a hot girl summer and then you end up getting played yourself. Or, I mean, in the Ayonce sense, or I can't think about a different one from what Kaylyn, what you said. But do you all think it sometimes is like forced for girls to, I guess Ayonce, towards you to act like they're about to play this guy or take this money or do all this stuff? Or is it truly authentic? Do you think that they actually, these lyrics made me think, so I'm about to go out here and play this guy? Or do you think that it's forced?
So, I feel like it's forced somewhat because I don't go out and be like, oh, I'm finna go pimp his pockets. Like, I don't think that. Like, I mean, yeah, okay, it's the summertime, let's go have fun. But, like, no, like, truly, my motive is not to go out and, you know, go do this to this dude. Because, I mean, all dudes, he just want to buy me a drink, so, yeah, you can buy me that. Like, you know, I'm not finna, girl, I just pimped his pockets. Like, I feel like that's what they're mostly doing, like, on Twitter when they say, I'm finna be on my hot girl stuff. So when he take me on a date, like, girl, I just pimped him. Like, girl, no, you did not.
So people don't really say that? Or
like,
people say that?
I feel like they try to do that to put on that motive just because, you know, this is hot right now. This is the, you know, the topic. So they just want to be like, you know, he took me out on a date and, you know, he paid for everything. So that's how you do that, period.
So they be capping. So really they be over-exaggerating.
I feel like it's cap.
Okay, so they be over-exaggerating a little bit. It said most be capping. Courtney _ no _ you. Thank you. Most be capping. I don't think it's authentic. I think that it's kind of forced and then kind of elevate. Now I'm not gonna lie, it is some people out here that been on that stuff, but they have
very
not.
true. But they don't fall underneath that dynamic.
I feel like if you out there doing it, they not out here talking about some. I'm on my city girl stuff. Like they really out here moving it.
Yeah,
most
like most women who live in that lifestyle, they have been doing this for a while. So it's just like now there's just a name that's attached to it. Like they just have been doing it for a while, and it's their occupation. Now we just got a new. Now we just have a new name for it. But I do think a lot more people, it's kind of like they always say you are what you eat. Like it's the same when it comes to what we listen to as well and what we see every day. Like if you sitting up and like you're hearing certain music or you're hearing certain lyrics every day, you're going to be like, like, all right.
I guess
that,
I could. Huh?
I mean, you know, I go to work. I do a 9 to 5. Like maybe, actor. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me go try.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. I totally agree. So now, thinking about that with is it forced or not, I want to compare and contrast with a fellas movement, okay? So let's say next summer, 2020, right? Michael Curtis, MJ Curtis come out with a song saying we're going to empower these guys and we're going to play these girls and we're going to get some Gucci slippers and some Louis Vuitton off these girls. How would that make you feel?
Question. It's been going on. Though.
I was gonna say best believe.
Like I mean, when you have artists, just to be honest, when you have artists like Future and everybody, that's been the dynamic for years. I think it's just I just think that Meg, Cardi B, and then the City Girls are just disrupting the marketplace, like the main space.
Okay, you're right.
Like we've been having men that been saying like, man, I just woke up in her bed like Ice Cube, like today was a good day. He woke up and then he went and saw another girl in the video. Like this has been going on.
Okay.
Like, we don't need my curse.
Okay, no. I
You did. You know, you did. I'm gonna be right there supporting and whoop whoop in the club. But I'm just saying, it's been happening, and women have been listening to, and we just have to be like, all right.
Okay, so this is probably because it's not common in a sense. So I mean, the market is flooded with male rappers, and they usually rap about the same thing,
pretty much.
But since we have some young poppin' rappers that are females coming out, they make a song about something that's kind of different, and instead of the regular degular, then it's like, whoa. It's kind of like a shopping face. Okay, I see. So basically, if somebody else came out with some like a male movement, it'd be just like, bruh. Like, we already heard this. But with the females, it's more so like, well, wow. That's new. We got a comment.
Yeah.
We wouldn't care. Never mind. But there are so many misogynist, A-word, derogatory songs that men stay hollering right now. Okay, all those adjectives.
Thank you.
Okay.
Me more.
Memory, yeah.
I thought it was like me more.
But I'm not going to lie.
But thank you.
It's kind of, and I will speak from a guy perspective. I feel like I'm the only one here, so I'm gonna speak. So I'm not gonna lie, when I hear that song, like what goes through my mind is like, how dare they? How dare they say this? Like, and it'll be a girl who I'm probably talking to, and I'm like, you know this? Like, you're saying this? Like, what are you talking about? It touches me sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, and I be feeling some type of way when I see. Now, should I feel some type of way? When I rap all those songs, right? We don't do evil. An eye for an eye will make the whole world blind. Mahatma Gandhi. However, I do be feeling some type of way, and I'd be like, why do y'all like this song? And it's saying all this stuff. I like twerk song.
So why do y'all like I just like a Future song when he talk about he just a girl in his Gucci flip flops? Why do y'all like that?
That is actually crazy because I feel like people buy Gucci flip flops and trying to experience that lifestyle. And I know Gucci flip flops have actually increased in sales because of him.
Because of that.
You're actually right. And when we say, but I ain't gonna lie, girls be saying it too.
Okay, but
I don't see a guy saying act up, you can get that. I don't hear that.
But let me tell you, they bumping City Girls.
I will bump Meg Thee Stallion song. I will. I actually like that. You know what I'm talking about? I do like that song, not gonna lie. All right, Courtney _no_you. I think the exploitation has been going on just in a different level. It's on a different level. Women have been exploited in videos and songs with their bodies. Now, City Girls talking about exploiting men for their pockets. Now, you mentioned a great point, Courtney. Is it right? And that's for you all. Is it right? Is an eye for an eye make the whole world blind? So is it right? You tell me, yes or no. Is it right?
I'm trying to make sure I get it.
Yeah, okay, those females chose to, go in those videos and, be a video girl, show off their, bodies like that. So
I'm gonna say this, like Courtney just brought up the point that women have been exploited in videos, this, that, and other. Like that's even a whole side note in the hip hop community. That's why you don't see as many women get naked anymore because there were a lot that went on behind the scenes. But I think we think about the twerk video. Something that no one has brought up yet, but something that I think that was so important about that video is you did not see one man in it until the end. Until when it came to the contest part, when they showed QC in them behind the camera, you did not see one man in that video. And I think that that's so important because you just saw a group of women genuinely enjoying themselves. Like, there was no man around, dry hump in the air right behind them. You didn't see any man throwing money on them. It was just a bunch of women. And even when they promoted it on social media, when they promoted the campaign, they said, y'all gonna get flued out. We're gonna enjoy ourselves and everything like that. So I think even in a lot of Cardi B's songs, a lot of Cardi B's videos, you really don't see Cardi B really even twerking on a lot of men. You might see her dancing on the car, or you might see her her and Bruno Mars in the Please Me video. That was probably the closest I've ever, other than her clout video with Offset. You really don't see these women up on men or a lot of men in their videos, and I think that adds to what I think that adds to what they're doing right now in the industry and how they're paving their own market and paving their own way. Because that's the difference. Like, true enough, like Courtney's point, men exploited women in that way. Women, we're not exploiting men. We're not putting them in our videos shirtless. We not saying, oh, we about to, like, women ain't sitting up grinding on them. Like, you know, like this some old 90s R&B video.
Okay.
Like, they're sitting up with their girls, shaking booty, like throwing tail, like just enjoying it.
Okay, so men are exploiting women, but women are not exploiting men in videos.
In videos,
but
and
in
we just talking about
language,
videos.
in language, there is exploitation. Yes or no? In a sense, kind of 50-50. I say yes.
Look, I say yes.
I say yes. Okay. And to that comment, and because we can go on with this almost all day, because I'm telling you, you said, and it sells. Is it right? Now, I'm just gonna say this: if the president of the United States can put up an ad because he bought it and it cost some money, does it mean it's right? I don't think that was a good question in a sense, because I wanted to be leading, but I'm just saying it's not. I think that it sells does not add to it. Okay, let's read this comment.
It was a good one.
All right, so Ken_Nicole. No, exploitation is wrong on both sides, but women have talked about being exploited for years.
Why do you still do
and men never stopped. So now there are women coming forward and reciprocating those actions. Again, I agree, but the question is it right? An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind, right? So in a sense, we want to move on, of course, but if we keep perpetuating this narrative saying it's okay, then will thoughts ever change? Now, we're going to talk about influence a little bit later, because I assure you, although that we are of age and we're older and we can distinguish, there is a little kid probably right now listening to that song, knowing the words, that you all saw the Old Town Road, him going to that elementary, and they almost lost their guts singing that song. So people do sing that song, right? And as Kaylyn mentioned, what you hear sometimes become a reality. It's like a TV, like what you see and what you hear will begin to become your lifestyle, unfortunately. All right, last comment from Courtney. We're going to go to next. Wow.
I think Courtney has to do up here.
I heard that one.
I
Period.
agree. Well, he agreed with that, and then he said period, then he said yes, and then I thought Courtney's comment had to do with the one before.
You said nothing working. Wow, nothing. He does it right. So
is right.
Nothing he does it right. So who you talking about? Who is he? Okay. But why is a problem women doing it, but y'all speak up but don't speak up when men have the same energy? Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. Is that a question for the men in the group?
That was for you. Wait, let's try at afro.junkie.
That's right. So I'm not gonna say it's right, right? And I don't live by that. I think this is kind of a different conversation versus talking about the origin of hip hop and where it came from, right? Because we have a narrative that's been going on. How many days take to make a habit? 20 days, isn't it right? 28, 27? 21 days to make a habit. Hip hop been going on longer than 21 days, right? So we got folks who get in the industry because it sells, and they're going to talk about it, right? We got people talking about guns and playing people, and they haven't even touched a gun, right? You're talking about these Bentleys and stuff. He had never driven one. So people are capping or lying just for it to sell. I don't support that, right? I do support people telling their stories and saying things that happen. But again, that's for a different conversation. Origin of hip hop. We're talking about Hot Girl Summer and Stallion Summer. All right. So let's talk about you. So with that being said, do you support the City Girl movement? Why or why not? And was there an experience that led you to not support it or to support it? Okay, let me ask it again. Do you support the City Girl movement personally? So to yourself, are you a City Girl? And what experience led you to or did not lead you to be a City Girl for summer 2019?
So, listen.
So you better tell the truth, because I know. And if you capping, I'm just going to remove myself from the screen. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay, so you better go. No names.
Listen, I support, the City Girl movement, but at the same time, I don't feel like I will sit there and, go out there and, do it.
Okay, I agree with that, Ayonce. I agree.
I support it. Like, yes, girl, do you, but me? No, that's not for me. I'll sing the song, I'll turn up to it, but as far as like what it means, I'm not finna go do that. Like I care, so I don't. I ain't doing it.
Why you say? Have you ever had a city girl moment? We got to be honest now. I'm trying to get to the deep down now. Have you ever had a city girl moment?
So yes, I've had a city girl moment, you guys. I've had a city girl moment, and the reason why I say I don't support it is because of how when I had that city girl moment, like I was talking to one dude trying to talk to another dude. Boop. My city girl moment. All of that in one. Because I mean, like, how it feel, like, you know how dudes, you know, they got this girlfriend and, you know, they try to go out and play, you know, the female get hurt. So basically it was the opposite role. Like I was trying to do with that dude, you know how dudes supposed to, you know, quote unquote, how they be out here being player, like I was doing that. So that's why I kind of don't agree with trying to be like a city girl, because I do have feelings and I care. So once I felt that, I'm just like, yeah, no.
Okay.
It's not for me.
So you felt what it felt like to be a player. You're like, man.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you stopped. But what led you to be a player in the end? So you just said, hey, it's time for me to figure this thing out.
Yeah, like, I feel like it came almost natural. I would say, see, now this will go back to your question of how you was like, the girls get hurt by it.
Okay.
I feel like it go back to that. Yeah, my feelings got hurt. So I'm like, well, let me go do this. So it became natural at that point.
Right.
So now I'm over here, you know, talking to this dude. This dude may take me out. Like, it just became natural at that point, and, you know, trying to be their players. So now it's just like, in this sense, which I don't like it, because everybody think I'm just a player, and I'm just like, I want a boyfriend.
I can vouch. I can vouch for that. She's actually telling the truth on that one, okay? Yes. I can vouch. So you stopped that city girl lifestyle, quote unquote, because you saw what it took to like play two dudes, and you're like, it's not cool. Like, why am I doing this?
It's not cool, like, because that one person probably, okay, all dudes not the same. So when you catch a good dude and you sat there, now you just messed up that good dude, like.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. The other floor, Kaylyn.
I forgot all of your questions.
Okay.
So you start from
all right. Most definitely.
Do I support City Girl?
City Girl?
And then have I ever had a why not? And then have I ever had
of why you support or why not? And then, like Ayonce, was it fluid? Have you ever done it before? Yeah.
Okay, so I support the hot girl trend. I do not support the city girl trend, and because to me there's a significant difference in both. So of course both of them have the same dynamic. Live your best life, to turn up, forget these men. But the key difference to me that Megan Thee Stallion has created with her brand, created with her trend and her name, she's made into a brand. Because now she's talking about environmentalism and like having her hotties go out here and clean up. Like I just saw her post. She's doing like hot girl water bottles, like she's built her brand. Look at her body. So and it's natural. Like she's like her brand. Like that's what people see. So it's like now she's making it into a real marketing brand. So I really support and then for city girls, like them coming out and doing that twerk contest. Like yes, Juicy J just did a twerk contest a few years ago, but them coming out doing a twerk contest and then capitalizing on that, making it into a video. Like, that's great. But I really support, the hot girl summer trend because of what she's developing into. Like, I think that that's something key that we're not paying too much attention to. Because, if you look at all these other women that have done it before, they didn't, add any longevity to it. Yep. So, that's the biggest thing for me. And then as far as, I said, why not, why I like it. Mm-hmm. Do I have a story?
Of a guy, whether he actually tried to play or played you, like, man, I'm about to just say forget these people. Yeah. Or whether you had a faithful guy and you're like, man, I can't support this hard guy.
I'll do this. Like, I've had the faithful guy. I've had, the faithful guys that were sweet, all that stuff, woo-doo-woo-doo-woo. great guys. Like, shout out to y'all if y'all watching this right now. And then I've also had the guys that tried it. Cause see, like, I've had the guys that tried it. They tried it. And see, I was just even back. So I was raised by a single mother who like went ahead and put me up on game early. I was raised by uncles, cousins, all that. So they put me up on game early. Like some stuff if you would think I had a whole room full of like 6 older brothers. So any guy that ever tried it, it was always like, I smell it. Gone. Get away, Satan. Get away, Satan.
Here, man.
So yeah, like no. So like for me, I was never. That's why I said like I don't agree with that the Urban Dictionary thing. Like a girl has to be hurt in order to have a hot girl summer. I just think it's truly like you just enjoying yourself. Like at least for us, we're all in our early 20s. Like some people, don't get me wrong, some people have found their true love, married, engaged, whatever. God bless you. I'm so happy y'all did that. There are others of us who are still looking for our perfect match and our puzzle piece. So I don't think that there's anything wrong with still being out there dating. Even in your story, like I wouldn't even classify that as having, in my mind, having a hot girl summer, because it's like you just dating. Like we are in our early 20s. You should be figuring out what you do and don't like in a person. Like this guy might have long toes, and then the next guy breath might smell because he don't brush his teeth every day. Like we should be out here figuring out what we do and don't like. And if that does mean that you might have sharing a few more activities with one person than another person, that is your life. Live it to the fullest. Do it safely. But I definitely just feel like, I don't know, it's just like Lori Harvey, how everybody tripping because Future like and all that was mad. Yes,
so
yes.
That's
the defining line. Because it's like, I'm trying to think of a good, and then it's like, I think a lot of women are trying to compete with men right now.
Okay.
That's a whole nother topic.
I think that's valid.
There's a lot of women who are trying to compete with men, and that's when we get into the whole like what do they say? What's the thing? The double standards. That's where we get into double standards. Cause it's like, a man can be as promiscuous as he want to in college or high school or in his early 20s, and if a woman even has close to the same amount of partners, it's a whole conversation, it's a whole dialogue. She's getting aired out her dirty laundry. Okay. So I think that it definitely, to your point, like it definitely depends on how you shake and you move, and even for men too, because there are some men that have tried to talk to me and I've been like, no baby, they done had you community. Like you it's community stuff going on. So like you just kind of have to, and that's just, and I think I think everyone should have that certain, but that's all in how you judge the situation. So it just really depends on how you do it. But I definitely don't see anything wrong with going on dates, meeting people, because you gotta figure out what you like before you get married. We gotta figure out how you gonna know if someone's right for you if you don't know, if you haven't been on any dates. I don't want to get married to nobody who ain't been on no date.
Touche. All right, bottom line, you say yes or no. We can go to Ayonce first, then Kaylyn. Are you living a hot girl summer 2019? Ayonce.
Y'all, I am not living a hot girl.
No. Kaylyn. No. Okay, so we're not living a hot girl summer. Now, I do want to mention from my perspective, guy perspective, one time. So, I actually appreciate Kaylyn's perspective about the women empowerment. Like, I love it. And I've conversed with several women about aspirations and empowerment and being encouraged and moved to do different things that they feel like they honestly couldn't have done before. And I agree. But also, I have experienced the ones that are trying to play me. Me.
Y'all
Not gonna lie.
Listen, look at this comment. Ayonce is definitely a hot girl.
Ken
Everybody
__ Nicole.
Y'all, just because I used to be a little player, everybody just think that now, and it's just like, y'all know.
And then, sorry to cut you off, Bree _the_first_twin. City girls are for the women who are hurt. Hot girls are for the women who are evolving. Ooh,
hold on. I like that.
I like that.
City girls are for the women that
City girls are for the women that are hurt. Hot girls are for the women who are evolving.
I actually like that. Okay.
That's a good way to put that.
Okay.
You're a copyright that now.
Literally.
Go put that. You need to tweet that and let that go viral.
For real,
That's
if you don't, point. I will. You better tweet before I do.
That's gonna be his caption on this video. You better
Seriously. There we go.
Look, go on, get to it.
All right, so appreciate you all being honest and upfront. So, being that we talked about what it means and where it came from and how it relates, let's talk about the influence that it has on guys and girls and others that are around, right? So I believe, like I said earlier, it's perpetuating a narrative, and it could be toxic to younger folks and detrimental to an individual's future. Because, like we mentioned, if you're preaching, if you're saying it so much, it may become a part of your lifestyle, right? So, so I appreciate like the city girl and the hot girl. We're gonna talk about both. I do appreciate that. So what is the influence, whether positive or negative, that a city girl can have? Well, actually, let's just talk about in general. What is the influence that this music in general can have on a younger person or a person in general? Because remember, it's all about interpretation, right? So what are some positive and negative impacts that it can have on a person, whether it's young or old?
Well, as far as the young go, I feel like it's negative. Like, I do not want my little sister over here listening to some city girls, because younger people, they're not developed yet. Like, it's not all the way there. So they gonna go out, go to school, talking about something, being negative, come to some little boy. Like, I don't want that.
Literally.
But as far as like older go, I feel like it is positivity, because we can distinguish a part of, this what this hot girl is. So I feel like it's positive for older people, and so not much for younger people.
Right.
They're not there yet.
Okay. Yeah. I totally agree. Like, older people, we can distinguish like what's real and what's fake, and kind of seeing like, okay, I'm gonna apply this to my life, but that other stuff I already been through that. But I'm telling you, I can just see a kid singing that song, and I mean, it's catchy. Like, even I want to sing it sometimes, and I just be like, why am I singing this song? It's so catchy. But I can just see somebody and younger people taking it so literally, and how that can be negative, or it can impact their mind, and like snapping at guys, or even in the classroom, just act up, and they gonna get snatched up. Like, I can see that.
I see just someone saying that before a fight. Like, act up, you can get.
Literally, a kid.
That little kid is doing that right now. They're in detention in ISS right now.
Literally,
for that comment.
Because they won't stop saying that. Like, what? So how long do y'all think this gonna last? We kind of had like the Lil' Kim, Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Now we got the City Girls and Meg Thee Stallion. So how long y'all think this gonna last? How long?
I think everything has its season, so it's not gonna be out for long.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, like I said, the city girl, hot girl difference. Meg is gonna last a lot longer than the city girl.
Okay.
Like, the city girl summer dialogue is gonna play out after this summer, just like summer 16 was like the hottest summer for everybody, and it was a good summer. Yeah. But when that song came out, it just kind of gave us an anthem. Like, I feel like Meg is gonna last a lot longer if she continues on, because like now with her mama passing away, like her mama passed away from cancer, so she had her like hustle and her mentality and her hunger is a lot different. So I think she's gonna propel a lot further than the whole City Girls dynamic. Like, I feel
now she keep pushing to create another,
like keep it going, just keep it going.
Yeah, I like that. All right, let's see what Courtney_no_you said. I have a weird stance with influence from music and media in general. I believe that if a child is raised in a positive environment, you don't have that problem. I grew up on playing GTA, and I never wanted to rob or jack anybody. I've listened to Gotti for years and never wanted to make 50 off of 3.5.
And
I appreciate you for
and
that.
That's what's up.
But I'm not gonna lie though. I will say I've thought about it. I've thought about it, but I think the important part of being raised, and I agree with you, the important part of being raised in an environment like that is that you're taught to weigh out your consequences. I ain't gonna lie. I would probably be out here in these streets if it wasn't for my mom and my dad, especially my dad walking on the street with that belt and I can hear the jingle. I don't know if y'all can relate to that. When you know you're finna get a whoop and you hear that belt jingling while he walking upstairs. So I would say, yeah, it does depend on how the parents raising them. If somebody is not being raised, would the music add or subtract to their future being positive? In my opinion, it's gonna.
I agree with that too, but then it's also like growing up. We moved to Cordova. It's like I went to Houston, so it's like you see people live in good households, raised right, parents, police officers, moms. Being moms, but like. There's people out here who just want to be in the streets, want to live their life because they want to be like everybody else. They listening to this music.
There are a lot of popular rappers that live in very great suburban neighborhoods.
Like Moneybagg,
So,
he stayed in Cordova. Like, now I ain't gonna say all his life, but starting being getting hot, he was in Cordova. So it's just like, sir.
Music is influential, right? And I think that it depends on the listener of the amount of influence it will have. But I'm sure that all of us can attest that as a little kid, even us seeing little kids, that sometimes it's hard to differentiate between what's right and what's wrong. And if you don't have that guidance to tell you what's right and what's wrong, you're going to try and figure out whether that's trying to figure out what's 3.5 and trying to make 50, or whether that's actually listening to gospel music and becoming closer with the Lord, right? So it's a spectrum. Yeah. Right? And I would say it's like a TV. Like, what you look at will play so much in your brain. Like, it's what you lead into your brain will somehow come into your hands and it'll work itself. Right? So, yeah. But that is a totally different topic about the influence of music and where it came from. I appreciate you. Come into the other episode.
That's what I say. Check out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Literally. So, now that we've discussed all of that, now what? So, now it's the now what. So, if you all can say one thing to City Girls or Hot Girl Summer, what would you say? What would you say?
If I can say one thing, like, what's that one thing?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. If you can say one thing, advice, or it can be just a statement, or it can be guidance, direction. Okay. If you can say one thing, it doesn't matter what you say. What would you say to the City Girls and the Hot Girls out there?
Y'all, listen. Have fun. Do you know what I'm saying? But
I knew the bus gonna come.
but don't be really, out there on that city girl. I promote the hot girl. Yes, go out, sis, do what you do. But that city girl stuff, they got a limit on it. I don't approve everything.
Cut off at a certain point.
Yeah, but have your hot girl summer 2019. But do it in a good, sense. Have some sense.
I was going to say, enjoy it safely. That's just simple. Take it for wherever you want to. I'm going to wrap it up, package it. Enjoy it safely.
Yeah.
Enjoy
I agree.
it safely.
I would say be authentic and have a filter, because filter what these words are telling you to do and be authentic to you. If you're not that type of person, you feel it deep in your heart that you should not be going out and telling this guy he can spend $1,000 on you, knowing that's a good amount of money, and you plan to stop talking to him tomorrow, don't do it. Don't do it. If it's not your lifestyle, don't force it. Be authentic. However, if your lifestyle is feeling down and feeling bad, then yes, use this to uplift, right? So use a filter and let it in, let it out. All right, so y'all, to the last drop, we have completed a fresh cup of MJ. I would like to say thank you to our guest sippers, Ayonce and Kaylyn Harris, for being here talking about Hot Girl and Stallion Summer for 2019. We discussed what it is, what it means, and now what we're going to do about it. So I do appreciate you all for tuning in to a fresh cup of MJ, where we pour and we sip to character, esteem, and community. Stay thirsty, my friends. Stay thirsty. Bye. Okay.